Hi guys, it's Bethany, your crafty BFF, coming on today with quite a large project share. I have been crafting up a storm. I've got several racks in the works. I've got a one-on-one swap and a group swap that I'm preparing for. And so while this first rack that I'm going to send is not Valentine's Day, the rest of all this stuff is Valentine's Day. And so this is just like a smorgasbord of the different projects I've been working on. As you can see here, I have um, used Woodland Grove by Maggie Holmes. I actually made this backpack following a tutorial. Oh, who did that tutorial? Nifty Crafty Me. Rhoda did the tutorial, I believe. It's been a few months since I've made this, but it's quite large and it's taking up space in my craft room. And so I finally decided that I was going to fill it with some goodies and send it as a rack to a creator that I really admire if I can get her address. And just as like a thank you for all the inspiration she's given me over the last couple of years, since she was the first like Happy Mail paper crafter that I started watching on YouTube. And so I'm not going to say who she is because she has commented on a few of my videos in the past, and so if she sees this, I don't want her to know it's coming to her. um so like I said, this backpack is pretty large. It uses an actual zipper, which I love, and it's kind of sensitive, so like you got to open it slowly and carefully because after all it is made of the 65-pound cardstock paper from Crate Paper. But you can see inside there's quite a bit of room. I've never measured this guy, but it's about 6 3/4 wide and about 8 inches tall. Um, I don't think Rhoda did these type of pockets. I think that if I'm remembering correctly, I apologize, Rhoda, if you did do these pockets, but I think she did the side pockets, but I made these little box pockets for the front. So there's one at the top, and then there's one at the bottom, and I just used some pink Velcro dots to keep them closed. I think I'm going to do some small store-bought goodies in all the pockets for the recipient. I went ahead and made this small dangle using some of the wire wrap beads that I've done myself and that I've gotten in Happy Mail. And then I made this blue tassel. I'm not great at making tassels, but I wanted to try, and so that's what I came up with. um, so that's the backpack. I made this pretty simple card. I'm not going to open it up because I already wrote in it, and I don't want to reveal who it's for, but just a simple card to tell her thank you for all the inspiration over the years, and um, you know, just I was thinking of her and thought I would send her a little rack. Okay, so because this is a backpack, I went with like a what would be in a backpack type of theme, and so I made the first thing that I made was this little notepad holder. I used chipboard. Um, I so these and some of these projects, guys, are like the last ones that I'm going to be able to sew because my sewing machine has taken a crap. I'm going to try to take it to like one of those repair shops and see if they can fix it, but I don't know. I don't have a lot of hope for it. So frustrating. So I'm just going to enjoy the sewing that I have on all of these projects. I got my little Handmade with Love label down here. I used a magnetic closure for this guy. I also made this beaded pin for her, and it fits right here. Like, it's not meant to hold a pin, but the pin fits right there in that little loop, so I figure she can keep it, and that bead holds it there, keeps it from sliding out. So heck yeah. That was the first beaded pin I made. I ordered these on Amazon and then just used some beads that I had in my stash. And I like how it turned out. These pens are great. I think it came in a pack of 12 or 14 for $12, and they write like a dream. Were very smooth. I like them a lot. So that's probably going to be a repurchase, because now I'm going to want to make everybody a beaded pen. Okay, so like I said, this little notebook pad holder is a magnetic closure. You can hear that there. You can open it up, and it holds these. I think they're 3.5 by 5-inch notepads that come in. I think it's either a 2 or a 3-pack from Dollar Tree. And what I did was make little pockets here so that you can replace the notepads when you're done. They come on this cardboard backing, and so you can just slide that in there and replace it once you've used all the paper in here. I thought this would be I always have a notepad on my desk to write down measurements and ideas and shopping lists, so I thought this would be a really cool little gift to include in a backpack Happy Mail rack, and yeah, a little nifty gift. So I love how that turned out. If anybody wants me, I started to look for a tutorial for something like this, and there are lots out there, but I didn't find one that was made out of chipboard. They were all made out of cardstock, and I thought the chipboard would be a better option, and it would last a lot longer. So if anybody wants a tutorial for this, let me know, and I can definitely put that together for you. Okay, so because my sewing machine's not working, I really wanted to make a little vinyl pencil pouch to go in this backpack, and hold the pen and this notepad, but my sewing machine's not working, so I looked up a different way to do it, and so all I did was use my tiny attacher and stapled along the edges. It's not the best quality in the world, but I think you get the point of it being in a backpack mail. I use my little snap closure applier thing to do a little snap closure on this bag, and so like I said, this thing just barely fits in here, and so I'm going to put the notepad and the pen in there. I went ahead and made a memory dex card so that she knew who this was coming from. I have my information on the back, so I'm not going to show the back, but I thought, I love making memory dex cards, and who doesn't like getting them and then having that person's information available? That's exactly why I've been collecting memory dex cards, so that I can, if I'm making something and I don't have an idea who I want to send it to, I can just flip through my memory dex cards and say, let's send this person a rack, and then I have their address on file, and I don't have to message them and find it out and then run the surprise. So yeah, that was my thought process behind doing the memory dex card. I'm gonna put that back in its little baggie. So the last thing I made for this little Happy Mail rack mail, it was this clipboard. I'll go ahead and take all the goodies off of it so that you can see it. Again, I used chipboard, so it's nice and sturdy. I use this beautiful paper, this floral paper, I think this is my all-time favorite Maggie Holmes paper. It's a toss-up between this one and then the mint green and pink one from Garden Party. But this is the back, and then on the front, I used this ledger type paper that I thought was gorgeous and has this little floral detail in the corner. Again, I did some wonky stitching on this because my sewing machine was starting to crap out, and so it went. I had to keep going and do this wonky stitches to make it look like that, like the messiness was on purpose. I'm pretty sure that person can relate. I know they do. I know they do wonky stitching too, and I like doing it on some projects, but other times not so much. So one of the things I'm going to include on this clipboard is just some of the cut aparts from Woodland Grove. I had some just begging to be cut apart, like from scrap papers and stuff. So I went ahead and did cut those apart and put them there on the bottom of the clipboard. Then I made some blank stamp embellishments that I was inspired to make from someone in my recent group swap made some like this, and I thought they're just super cute and an easy little embellishment to put together. I did layer each one with foam so that it's got a little bit of dimension already. I left them blank so that the recipient can decorate them themselves, and have these little embellishments ready to go if they just want to sit down and decorate something. So I shared this die that I got from Temu, and I just love it. I've made these embellishments twice already, and so with these two, I just used some regular vellum. I die cut the little bouquet wrapper with the vellum, and then on these two, I printed out from the digital collection, one of the papers from Woodland Grove. It's like this green gingham type pattern. I printed it on vellum so that it would give it some color, but then still have that see-through look. And then I just, instead of like cutting out all those little tiny flowers that the die comes with, I just picked up some of these little tiny yellow and pink flowers from Hobby Lobby and used those. I think they're the perfect size for these adorable little embellishments. And then I found some puffy stickers. I think some of these are from Parasol and some are from Garden Party, but I thought they were perfect little embellishment for these bouquets. And I love how they turned out. I hope the recipient likes them too. They make such cute little layering pieces when you're decorating. And then lastly, for this rack that I'm sending, we have the sequin mix that I made and tried to base it from the colors of Woodland Grove so that it matches nicely with the collection. I like how it turned out. I always use sequins and seed beads and diamond dots because the seed beads and the diamond dots are a little bit heavier than the sequins, and they make that sound that we love in shakers, right? So I always include those in my little sequin mixes. Adds a little bit of color and the sound we love. I have these baggies from Temu as well, if you watched that video. Love how they're pink holographic. So that is it for this little rack that I'm going to send out. I think that was everything I was going to make for it. I'm pretty sure. So I got to put all this in here. It fits just perfectly. And I'm going to like put a little note on the outside for the recipient to just say, hey, be careful taking everything out because it's a tight squeeze. But it does all fit. Oh, and I still got to put that notebook in that little pouch, but I will do that. And then, like I said, I'm probably going to do some store-bought goodies in the pockets on the outside of the backpack just to say thank you to that creator. Like I said, you got to be real careful zipping it up. I want to keep it all together so nothing gets lost in my crazy craft room. It's funny. I feel like I'm always in the middle of reorganizing things because new things come into our stash and whatnot, and it's something will work for a while and then it stops working. So, anyways, I'm rambling. Sorry about that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you. The rest of this is going to be all Valentine's Day related uh, projects that I've been making. Like I said, I have one Valentine's Day rack that I'm working on. I have a one-on-one Valentine's Day swap I'm working on, and then a Valentine's Day group swap that I'm working on. And none of the swaps or racks are complete just yet, but I thought that I would just share what I've made so far because it's it's adding up to be a lot. So I made this pocket letter from which I never got got the idea of pocket letters. I thought they were kind of boring and flat mail, and but I made one for Soleil's Genji challenge. I made a small one, a 6x8, and then I made one for a Christmas swap that I did, and I really enjoyed making them. As long as I feel like I can't send just a pocket letter though, because I've got to put some little goodie in every little pocket, because that's just how I am. You gotta include the little goodies. So, at my local scrapbook store, she actually gave me this like little kit to make this pocket letter. I followed the directions for some of the cards because it came in like this little kit that I think she did a class for it. So I followed the directions for some of the pockets, but then I took my own creative directions on other parts of it. And like I said, I just love how it came out. I don't have a lot of this collection, the La La Love by Crate Paper, but I do have the digital collection, and I do have some of the 12 by 12 papers that I got from this local scrapbook store, including the cut apart pages. So starting up here, I didn't do a dangle, but I did these two tags. One says Happy Heart Day, and the other just says XOXOXOXO. I tied them on with this red seam binding, and this actually came in this little kit that, like I said, that they actually gave me for free at the scrapbook store because I had bought some of the La La Love, and she's like, hey, I have this pocket letter kit. Do you want it? And I'm like, sure. So, nice little project. It came with like these strips to cover the side. I added the red eyelets here. That I love the blue and red together. That's one of my I'm usually a pastel girl, but if we're gonna put primary colors together, I really like red and blue, especially these bright reds and blues. This first pocket, I'm not gonna go over everything, but you can see like some of them are pretty simple. Like this one is just the cut apart, and then this one is a card to fit for the sleeve, and then a tag with some washi tape around it. Yeah, so you can see on the back there. And that's the other thing with pocket letters is that I feel like I have to put a goodie in the middle, and then I have to put just a simple cut apart on the back so that it looks cohesive and finished, you know. That way, if someone has like a binder of them and they're flipping through, even the back looks nice and coordinated. So I guess I'm not done with this, but we'll get there. Here on this pocket, it's actually a little envelope that houses a little note card that says, "Will you be my Valentine?" Okay, nope, but okay is checked. So I like that little envelope there. And it came with this stamped image of this typewriter that I glued together. Super cute. I think it was supposed to come with a red bottom piece for this too, but I didn't see it in the kit, so it's a little piece that must have got lost. Here, this is from one of the other cut apart sheets, and so this is one larger image, but I just cut it to fit into two of the pockets, and it's super cute. Then it came with this super cute banner, right? So it came with all these pieces, and I glued the little letters there. Actually, I used scotch tape to on the back of it to hold those in place, and then on the directions it showed this string, like, you know, where it's like looped throughout, and so I thought that was super cute and had to do that. So I love how it turned out. Down here in this bottom one, we have a makeshift shaker pocket with this cut apart and just a little bit of a sequins mix. This pocket here is actually a little booklet, and so I just used one of the cut. So it came with like this paper already cut out and the inside papers, and I just glued this cut apart to the front, and then it came with like just these little papers. It's, you know, not much of a like, I wouldn't consider this a goodie or anything, just a cute little decoration, something different for a pocket letter, you know. And then finally we have this one here. I followed directions from the kit. Folded over a tag, used my tiny attacher to staple this armoire tag to it, and I like how that turned out. It also came with this little heart with the arrow through it. I assembled that, and instead of putting it inside the pocket, I put it on the outside. I like doing that with pocket letters too. Like, I get the idea is to keep it kind of flat and do the inside, but I like to add a little bit of dimension on the outside too, because, well, I love my dimension. So there's the pocket letter. The next group of stuff, I used Simple Stories Happy Hearts. I've had this collection since last year, and this is my first year of Valentine's crafting, actually, and I just had to break into it because it's so super cute. The first thing I made was this little sequin mix. I didn't have any navy blue sequins. There's a lot of navy blue in it, but I did have these black sequins, and because the navy blue kind of looks black at times, I thought, let's just add the black for just a little bit, you know. And so it's got the pinks, the oranges, the mint greens, the light blues, and then I also had just a few of these little hollow pink hearts. Oh, and the little pink bows. So there's some light pink and some dark pink, and like I said, I love how it turned out. And then I use these like see-through iridescent, if I can get one, these see-through iridescent blue sequins that really, I thought, with next to the black, makes it look really good with this collection. So, and of course I added some white. Oh, and look, I did not add any seed beads or diamond dots to this yet, but I will. I'm actually out No. Oh, look, I just found a light pink diamond dot. So I will be adding those later. This little 3D project I made is for a Valentine's Day themed rack that I'm sending out to a dear friend. Um, I've made this purse in the past, but I don't think I've ever like posted it on Instagram or shown it on a video on YouTube. It's a cut file, I believe, from Nicole Silhouette. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it's from her. And like I said, this isn't my first time making it, but it's such a cute little easy to cut out and easy to put together 3D purse, and it's a good size. It's about 6 3/4, and at the tallest point here it's 5 1/2. It has this little I used a Velcro closure here on top. It's got this little opening here, and I think these little purses are the perfect little holder for a tag flip. So that is what is in here. I just finished this morning. Love how it turned out. I'm really liking Valentine's Day crafting. Can't wait to do more. Here I added some trims from my stash that I thought went well with the collection. There is this tealy green color in the collection. I have this pink iridescent eyelash trim, this pink and white, almost like watercolor looking satin trim. We've got this orange trim that I got in a swap. We've got some light green seam binding and a little piece of black seam binding as well. And I think that's everything. Yeah. So I was really happy to find this orange because I do not have any. I don't craft with orange usually, so I did not have anything orange. But luckily I got that in a swap. So thank you whoever sent that to me. I can't remember right now. But okay, so we started off with this little tag from the ephemera pack, or maybe the journal bits pack. I did cut out some of these pink glitter hole reinforcers and put them on the fronts of all the tags, and I added a different eyelet to each tag just to make sure that they didn't rip off of the ring. I used this giant I think it's a 3 inch, like a 2.5 or 3 inch gold binder ring. I think I got those on Amazon if I'm not mistaken. Because I make, like I said, I'm a dimensional crafter and I make some chunky projects. So including my tag flips. So and that's another thing is even on tag flips, I won't make one that's just a bunch of tags. You've got to include goodies in it too. At least in my opinion, that's how I craft. So I recently hauled this little die from Temu as well. It's perfect for for trim samples and for washi tape samples. So it came with this smaller one, and I just added a little sample of this gold foiled heart washi tape that I got in a swap recently. Thought that was good for Valentine's Day. I used the larger one to put this little sample of this gorgeous light pink. In fact, I think it almost matches this light pink glitter paper from Michaels, except this is just a little more peachy. But I think it's beautiful, iridescent sparkle. So that's the larger little tag, sampler tag. I like to use a combination of both, cut apart tags from the collection, and then I also like to die cut my own tags from my die stash, and so there's a mixture of both in here. The ones from the collection are usually I decorate a lot more simply, so that you can, really see what's on the tag from the collection. So this one says all the heart eyes. I used a cardstock sticker, a couple of these chipboard hearts here, and then this chipboard pair of sunglasses. I always matte the back of my tags too, because I just think it makes it look a lot more finished. This die I recently hauled from Glowland on Amazon, and while right now there is nothing in it and I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to put in it, I thought it would be a cute little way to include some goodies on a tag flip. It's like this pillow, so it's like these little pillow boxes, right? And they open like so. Let me get my pokey tool to open this because I think I did it wrong. I think I closed it wrong. So you can put some small little goodies in there, maybe a few wire wrap beads, or just, a trim sample or a washi tape sample. I don't know, something like that. There's some charms. And so there's two of them, and I love this die. It was really difficult to figure out. I could not find a tutorial for it. If anyone's interested in a tutorial on how to assemble this guy, let me know, and I can put that together too, because like I said, I looked and looked for one, and there's nothing. I could not find anything out there. So these open from the side, but then you can also rip this apart. I'm not going to do that, but I think it's really cute. And I think usually I would do 3 of them together. But I thought 3 would be too long for this tag flip, so we stuck with the 2 of them. The next tag here is a cut apart from the collection. My sewing machine is not working, and I almost threw it out the window this morning because it messed up the first tag I tried to do. So instead, I used this white snow tool from Dollar Tree, and I just hot glued it onto the back of the cut apart. You can't see it but there's some winking hearts on the cut apart, and it says wink wink down there at the bottom. I thought that was really cute. That sequin mix I made is what I put in here. And then I just added a little chipboard winking heart and this cute banner. Especially because I had to hot glue the tool to the back, I added this other 3x4 cut apart to the back to give it that finished look. That one's cute, sending hugs and kisses. Here we have I think this is the first, this is the first, well, except for the little ones the little sampler tags, I cut those out, but this is the first one that I cut out from my collection. I believe this is a KS Craft die. I just didn't use the scallopy border that it comes with. I used this pink polka dot paper from the collection. I used this typewriter. You can see back here I used my favorite little grid layering die. I used a couple of tickets that I got in some Happy Meal that are sewn together. I used this absolutely adorable teeny tiny rosette. I put this chipboard box of chocolates here on the top of it. Like I said, the typewriter, I used some chipboard flowers, and then with some foam, I propped up the sentiment that says, "Love you with all my heart." Oh, and I used some of that sequins thread from Hobby Lobby, and you can't really tell, but it's like I tried to do the swirly bit with it, but to just add some texture to the back. There's the back of it. I don't decorate the back, but I do like to mat it with a patterned paper so that it has that finished look. Here we have another tag from the cut apart sheet. It's this navy blue with the pink florals. I used a gold die cut doily that I got in some Happy Mail. This shimmer pink layering die, circle layering die. Some snow tulle, of course. I used this little ephemera piece that says February 14th. This is a chipboard car, and then I added this little sentiment on some gold foil that says "You're my fave." Again, I finished this tag with another tag from the collection. That music note paper. It's really cute. Or not the paper, but the music note tag. Okay, next is another one that I die cut out from my stash. This is another KS Craft die. It's got the pointy ends here. I think it came from, it was like, I think it's called a Christmas tag set or something like that, but I use it all the time because I like my tags to have a little variation in size and what they look like at the bottom. So I always use this one, and then I always use one of my scallop tags down here too. Okay, so on this one, I used one of these little bouquets that I made. Love, love, love them. My sewing machine wasn't working, so one day when it wasn't working, I ruffled up this pink snow tulle and put it on like a strip of gold foil and just like glued each individual ruffle down. So I finally used that as a little layering piece. I love this floral ephemera piece that's in the shape of a heart. I used this little chipboard love sticker that actually comes in the what is that called? The adhesive brads. You know, this guy comes with the adhesive brads, and then it comes with a few little chipboard pieces. That love comes from that little embellishment pack. And then I took a little cardstock sticker, stuck it on some of the pattern paper, and fussy cut around it to give it a little background. And it says, "You are so sweet." There's the back of that one. I included some of the sequin mix that I made and already showed you guys in this little pink baggie. This was one of the, I believe it was one of the 4x4 cut aparts, but I cut it down to be a little thinner to work better on the tag flip. I got this scalloped edge piece in a swap, so I used that. There's some more of that orange trim that I received in a swap. That looks really cute there. The tag itself says mail, and it's like a little bucket. It has a letter and some flowers in it. I used this ephemera piece of a bouquet here. I layered up this "I heart you" sentiment on some pink cardstock and some foam to give it a little bit of dimension. And then I used 3 of the little adhesive brads as if they were enamel dots. Oh my gosh, guys. I just looked, and we are 40 minutes into this video almost. And I'm about halfway done with my project here. So I'm going to try to speed up a little bit. This is a tag from my die collection. It is from Scrap Diva Designs. It was the heart tag that I believe came out last year. I like it because you can make it into a pocket, and so in the pocket I just included some of these smaller little journaling bits from the Journaling Bits ephemera pack. I kept this one pretty simple because it has all these layers inside. Just use this little chipboard heart and I propped this little cardstock sentiment sticker up on some foam as well. It says "Hugs and Kisses." That's the back of that one. And I made it so that this doesn't open. You can make it so it opens, but because I wanted it to be a pocket, I just left it closed. Last but not least on this tag flip, this is one of my favorite dies, tag dies anyways. It's also from Scrap Diva Designs, and I've had this one for about a year now. I think it comes in a set, and it has this scallop at the bottom. Like I said, I like to add those different sizes and different shape tags on my tag flips. This one is all Happy Mail related. The paper has typewriters and love notes and envelopes on it. I used this mixtape sticker, some this ephemera mail piece, these two chipboard envelopes, this Happy Heart Day chipboard piece, and then I really, really like you that I put on foam and gold foil. So that is it for my little tag flip. As you could, I'm not going to put it back in there now because it'll take too long, but it fits perfectly in there. I think it's a good start to that rack that I'm going to be sending to my friend. Let me get a drink real quick because I've been talking a long time. Sorry if you heard me gulping. Okay, next we're going to continue on with the Happy Hearts, Simple Stories Happy Hearts collection. This is what I've started making for, I think it's B Northway Designs Brooks swap, Valentine's Day swap. Like I said, I'm using Simple Stories Happy Hearts. One of the things we had to make, it's make two, receive two, but you know I always make one for the host as well. It's just because it's easier for them to do the videos when they can open their own little package and not have to worry about putting it back together for the recipient. So actually none of them are exactly the same. In fact, Brittany's stuff is decorated a little differently than the other two because I only have like two of the cardstock stickers, two of the chipboard stickers and stuff, so I had to improvise and decorate a little differently. But I'm really proud of this Mimdex, okay? So it is a tall one. It's 5 3/4 tall and the standard 4 inches wide. I uh, I was tired of the couple of memory decks dies that I have. I don't have punch, so it's not super easy to make just any shape into it, but man, I want to get my hands on one of those punches. However, I found these memory decks free cut files on Cricut Design Space, and I snatched it up. The free ones. There were some that cost money, but this was one of the free ones, and it comes with like this little template. So you just cut out this template with your machine, and then you just use it to add your little punches to any old shape that you want to. Now, because I had to cut them myself with scissors, they're not the best, but they work, right? Okay, so this little guy is like a little file folder. It's got this pocket here, so it has this insert that I'm going to put my information on. That way my address is hidden and it doesn't get shown. I've been liking the memory decks cards with pockets lately. So the back is just this paper, and like I said, I'm not going to put my information on the back. I'm going to put it here on that little insert. The requirement was that I think we had to do at least 5 layers, which is not hard to do. That was one of my requirements for my swap. I think this has 8 or 9 layers. It's got the paper. I wish I could have sewn. I'm so heartbroken about my sewing machine, guys. But anyways, it's got a doily. It's got this hot pink snow tool from Dollar Tree. I got this heart die cut layered here in the middle. This ephemera piece, the Happy Heart Day chipboard stickers. There's a banner in the back, and then I use this. Like I said, I love, love, love these little bouquets. They make such a cute little addition to any project. And then I layered up these flowers that I got from my local scrapbook store. I think they're from 49 and Market if I'm not mistaken, but they're super cute. Pink goes with everything. And they come in 3 different sizes, so that is my memory. That's one of my memory decks cards. The other 2 are a little more similar. There are some differences. Like I said, I didn't have 3 of all the things to decorate them the exact same, but the concept is the same, right? It's the same cut file that I used. It's the same papers, some of the same elements. I got the layering die, the doily, the snow tool, the flowers, the bouquet, you name it. And then these 2 say, "You make my heart soar." I thought those were cute. It's a little chipboard sentiment on a banner. So there are my memory decks cards. I'm not finished the swap yet, but this is just what I've gotten done so far. We're supposed to make embellishment boxes using the boxes from Hobby Lobby. They're not filled yet. I've got to place an order on Temu today to get some Valentine's Day goodies to put inside. Like I said, these 2 are a little more similar, the ones that I'm going to swap, but the one for Brittany is a little different, so I will just show you this one. Love it, love it. And then on the inside, like I was gonna decorate it all, dimensional and stuff like you can do on the Dollar Tree ones, but then I realized that this closes right up next to this part, so there is no room for dimension. So I had to keep it flat. Cut out this paper, used a couple of doilies. I have this sticker here this is from Dollar Tree actually, and then this little ephemera truck piece. Super simple, super flat, but that's the way it's got to be so that it can close. So if you get these embellishment boxes from Hobby Lobby, they come in a pack of 3. They're in the jewelry section, and they're like $3.49. So if you get these, just know that you cannot do much dimension on the inside when you're decorating them. In fact, the 3 packet comes with 1 pink latch, and then the other 2 have blue latches, which works fine for the swap because pink and blue are 2 of the main colors in this collection. So here are the other 2. They're not exactly the same, but have all the same elements. Love how those turned out too. So that's that part. Now this part has a disclaimer. This last 2 projects I'm going to show you, it is the person I'm swapping with will know that it's for her. So Kim, if you, I know I sent you a picture of one of the projects I made. Oops, sorry, I bumped the tripod. I sent you a picture of one of the projects I made you before I matted it and stuff, just to show you the size of it. But now I'm going to show the finished product and the embellishment book that fits inside of it. So if you don't want to see that and you want to be surprised and you're watching this video, please click off now, and so you can be surprised. Or if you want to see it now and you'll still love it when you get it, that's fine too. I don't care. Just a warning in case you want to be surprised. So here is this project that I'm going to be sending to my international one-on-one swap partner for Valentine's Day. I told her the collections I could use, and she said she wanted me to use all hearts, so that's what I did. One of the things that we agreed to make was a 3D project. This is not in there right. There we go. So I used 110-pound cardstock to make this mailbox. We said we were going to do a 3D project, and then we said well, a mailbox would be perfect for Valentine's Day. So I found this free, couldn't believe it, free mailbox, like postal box style mailbox, cut file on Cricut Design Space, and I had to size it down because it was even bigger. I was like, oh no, it's gotta fit in a in a box, and it's shipping international, so I don't want it to be super big. So here is the mailbox that I made. It it's still big. It's 5 3/4 wide and 8.5 inches tall and 5 3/4 deep. So there we have it. I love the papers I used. Now, I have chipboard stickers and the puffy stickers from this collection, but the rest is digital. Oh no, I do have some of the 12x12 papers too, but very limited on those. So some of this is digital paper, and then I took like a half a day and I print and cut all of this ephemera from the All Heart collection. So what I don't use, I think I'm going to be sharing with Miss Kim. I know it's not the same as having the original collection, but I do, like I said, I do have the chipboard stickers and the puffy stickers, and I have those the silver holographic hearts that came, the resin hearts that came with it too. So at least there's that. I think my printer doesn't do too bad printing out the digital papers. Like this one is a digital paper. This is a 12x12. This is a 12x12. This is a 12x12. I had some of that when I bought this. I bought the all heart stuff from Monty, who is the polka dot pine cone on YouTube and Instagram, and included in the all heart bundle was this silver holographic like alligator print cardstock that was sold at Michael's. It matches the it matches that silver holographic in the collection. So I used that as the little handle, and so it sits like that, and then you pull it open like this, and it opens up. I went ahead and just matted the inside of the lid here. I'm thinking about just cutting these off because they're really not necessary and they just keep getting bent. What do you think? Should I cut them off? Okay, so the second thing we agreed to swap was an embellishment book. And you know me with my albums, my little books that I make. I can't just make a cardstock one. So I made this chipboard embellishment book. My thought process is that I am going to fill it with embellishments to send to her. However, I made it a little bit interactive so that she can use it as an actual photo album when she takes all the embellishments out. So I used this lovely paper. This was a 12x12 that I got from Monty. My sewing machine was halfway working, so the stitching's a little wonky. Sorry about that. But hey, it's sewn, right? I double matted it with this silver glitter foil. It's like a glitter foil cardstock. I believe it's from Michael's. There's the back. I haven't put my sticker on it yet. Actually, let me put one of my new stickers on it real quick. Oh no, I can't find my glue right now, but I posted these on Instagram today, or yesterday maybe. I finally added that I have an Etsy store. If you haven't checked it out, I'd really appreciate it if you went and did that. And also, I'm going to start selling these labels for a pretty decent price. If you're interested in purchasing some of these, let me know. I'll work with you to customize the design. Okay. Like I said, I was going to put it on there right now, but I don't know where my glue is, and I don't feel like looking for it. So I used this really pretty blue seam binding for the closure. When you open it up, oops, sorry, I knocked the tripod again. We have a little pocket here in the front with a flip up, and I included photo mats for, like I said, so when she's done with using it as an embellishment book, she can add her little photos to it. So there's that. I had to make it interactive. I just love making little interactive albums. So then my first page here is a little gatefold with a magnetic closure. You know me and my magnetic closures too. I definitely have magnets on all of the pages. Each of the 3 pages in this little book are pocket pages. So like I said, I included photo mats in each one of those. I won't show them in every page, but just so you know. Here on page 2, we have a flip up and a flip down. And then I think I'm just going to use some repositionable, removable sticky dots to put some embellishments in here. Maybe even here, here, and here. I don't know yet. We'll see how many I come up with. But mainly she can use it as a fun album with lots of space for pictures when she's done. So this one opens to the side, to the left, and to the right to make a larger layout. Again, it's a pocket page, but I'm not going to pull that out. Page, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are twin accordion pages, of course. I always gotta have my twin pages. What's going on here? Okay, there we go. So they open like this. They open like this. And then they open like this. And it's a very long layout this way. You can see it goes all the way across my desk. So there's those. Lots of room for photos. On page 6 here, we have a belly band with a little photo mat behind it. And I did the back inside cover just the same as the front inside cover with this little flip up and a pocket. And you can never have, like, I think it's always good to have pockets in albums so that if you have some loose photos, you can just stick them down in there. So there's that photo mat. I love how this turned out. Had to use a lot of the digital collection to complete it, but the cover is, the real thing. So at least there's that. I really hope Miss Kim likes it. Oh geez, now I'm thinking, is her name Kim or is it something else? I think it's Kim. I don't have my book in here to look. Anyways, that is it. Finally, guys, I cannot believe it. It's an hour-long video. This is gonna take forever to upload. Sorry I was so chit-chatty, but hey, I have gotten a lot of crafting done the last few days, and I'm glad to be able to share it with you all. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below, and I will get back to you. I usually don't ask this, but if you could like the video and subscribe if you're not already, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you if you already are. And that'll do it for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.